Morning. I dragged myself out of bed to work out today. I'm not doing one of the Peloton app workouts this morning. I do not have a Peloton bike. I use the Peloton app. I have like a Proform or something like that for the actual bike, but it's been a bit since I've been on the bike. It's been like a couple of weeks. Well, not a couple of weeks, like a week since I've been on the bike because of my back. I've been going too hard and my back started bothering me really bad. And then I got sick. And so today is my first day back on the bike. I have to see how long it's been since I've been on. But yeah, glad to be back, but did not have it in me to hit the ground running with one of those Peloton workouts. Not today. So hopefully maybe tomorrow, or what's today? Maybe tomorrow or Thursday, I'll be able to get back to that. But I'm probably gonna have to lift weights today too, because we didn't yesterday and we didn't all week of Thanksgiving break. So that's gonna be fun. Anyway, again, good morning. So done with that. Ended up doing 45 minutes instead of the 30 that I initially planned because I felt okay, and so I kept going. But now I'm a little achy. I'm about to hop in the shower, and then I gotta get started with being teacher again for the day. Yay me. That is freaking good. That is really good. So anyway, so I look a little different, a little better. I think I got the clippers and just put on first I put on the 1-inch guard, and then I put on the 7/8 guard. It just went over my hair because I had like some straggly pieces like that I noticed, and that I didn't notice as much until the last vlog. Like as I was going through editing that footage, I was like, oh my god, I look like a porcupine about the head. And I mean, I still look like a porcupine by the head because that's just the style, but at least I don't have like the longer straggly pieces. I have not had a trim in a while. I've not had my brows done at all since March. And I just have been kind of grooming them myself with a razor, but I have had a haircut. I got a haircut a couple months ago, but we still, you know, we hanging out, we hanging in there. Hey, y'all chill. Anyway, I am actually getting ready to get a little bit of work done in between assisting with the virtual schooling that is happening. I need to post about the yesterday's vlog that I got in like just under the wire. I was able to use a sports reference, which is not like my strong point, but I think I used it right. Buzzer beater. I was able to get that in under the wire, and I also need to post officially about the short on the way my blog is set up. Whenever, or my website is set up, whenever I post something to the blog, it automatically feeds to social media. But I want to do like an official post because both of those were pretty late last night when they went up, just, you know, after everything. It was pretty late, and so I need to post about those to get those, you know, to get those up on social media. And yeah, that's what I'm about to do. Dude, I'm sorry, I'm back. Like my coffee is so freaking good. Today I used the Oatly extra creamy for my milk because again, lactose intolerant. But I used the Oatly extra creamy. I used the Tezo chai latte, like the liquid like a splash of that. I use the salted caramel Torani syrup, and I use the Starbucks fall blend grounds. I really need to, like, as much as I read about like urban ground coffee shop and, you know, all like, you know, there's that scene in Crazy Love where Roman is like talking her through grinding the beans fresh and all of that. I've actually never done that, and that's something that I really want to do. I'm really thinking about, and this is going to lead into what I wanted, another thing that I wanted to talk about today when it comes to merch. Like, you know, I'm rocking my Urban Grind crew neck courtesy of Nicole Falls. I've got my Urban Grind mug, you know, which is the this is the mug that was in the Heights boxes. I like the merch and all of that is fun, but I don't know if I'm like doing the best that I can when it comes to that, when it comes to like marketing and really offering things that people want. And I feel like a lot of times I'm kind of behind the curve in terms of like, okay, coming back and doing these things later instead of what part of chill is ambiguous to you guys? I'm sorry, Mommy, but it deleted all the work that I did yesterday on this assignment. And that was like an hour worth of work. Okay, I understand the reaction now. I'll help you in just a second, okay? Okay, thank you. So yeah, I gotta go. But I'll be back to talk about this merch thing. Hey, so I am getting ready to do what I said I was about to do earlier, which was get myself, get my social media stuff set up for the for Vlogmas and for the short. I just still need to get that posted. That is still not posted. It is 10:35 in the morning, and I like, don't get me the line about knowing like what the best times to post and stuff like that are, because that is so just not my forte. But I do know that I like to, you know, I like to get that stuff done. I like to get it up. I like to get it set up. And so I need to get this done, and I want to get it set up via later. But what I have to do is I have set up on my website where instead of using like Linktree or something like that, I now have it set up so that my Instagram, my link in Instagram, you know, you can only have one link in your Instagram bio, that goes to my website where I have a page set up to sorry. Or I have a page set up to navigate people to all those links so that people are coming to my website first at all times. I'm leading people to my website first, and then, you know, you get where you need to go from there. So I got the Vlogmas link added. I need to add a direct link to the shorts. And I also need to tag the short in short stories, in the short stories category, so that it shows up when people click on, there's a section on my website under extras where it's short stories, and I want that to show up. I want that to show up in that section too. I want all of these, as I go through, I'm calling them anecdotes. I want all of those to show up in that section, so that when people come back to my website later, they'll be able to easily access that. And what I'm thinking about doing is, just depending on how many it is, or I guess it really doesn't depend on how many it is, just generally speaking, there's always people who are like, I don't want to read this on, you know, a website. I want it on my Kindle. And so what I'm going to do is kind of at the end of the holiday season, probably not going to make it available on Amazon, but I'm probably going to, or I may or may not make it available on Amazon, but I'm going to make it available on my website through BookFunnel, like the proposal is, for people who aren't interested in, you know, who don't care to read it on the internet. They want it on their reading device. So this is all sweets, no bitter. Okay, so I got that added to my page with my menu. So both of those right up top. What can I cycle out? I think I need all of this. The Wright Brothers series isn't on sale anymore, so I don't need to be. This doesn't need a quick link anymore. Um, the Unbroken Rose. I'm probably going to be sharing another sample for that this week, so I'm going to leave the link to that page. And another thing that I'm doing is slowly going through, and as I release other projects, making a direct page for each series, so that when you go to that page, it sends you outward to links for the book. It shows you any samples or anything that I have available on my website, and it links you to any videos, Pinterest boards, anything like that for that particular project. And I ideally, or what I believe, is that that's adding more value for when you come to my website, because I really want my website to be really robust. And so, but I have a lot of projects, and so I have to kind of go through that and do that kind of a little at a time instead of doing it all at once. But okay, so I've got that set. That is linked there. Now I'm going to come over here to later. I actually built this little video thing. I have a Canva. I moved to Canva Pro just because I do often do things on my phone, and I want to get more comfortable with being able to kind of quickly, or being willing to kind of quickly do things on my phone instead of needing everything to, instead of needing to pull out my laptop for everything, just so that I can kind of be on the go with it. So I'm going to go ahead and get this set up, get this disseminated out on the internet, so that, this is out there and people who are interested can see it. Okay, so back to this branding thing. I've been trying to kind of get my words together about it, to really kind of figure out what it is that I need to say. I have this thing where, I guess I'm just going to be telling you guys about, I have this thing every day, but I am constantly saddled by second guessing myself and self-doubt. And I think that part of where it comes from with me kind of being behind the 8 ball in terms of putting out merch and doing this and doing that is because I'm always wondering, am I doing the right thing? Is this the smart thing? Am I doing this right? Am I doing too much? And I don't even know, I don't even know. It's like part of me is obviously I still have not figured my words out around it, but it's just this thing of I'm willing to take risks, and I'm willing to do certain things. I'm willing to do things that no one has ever done before, right? That's been a constant thing for me. Kind of a frustration for me is feeling like I don't have anybody necessarily directly in the industry to look to. For example, whereas you know Chadwick Boseman, I was thinking about him earlier, where he had, a Denzel to look up to, or Sterling K. Brown has a Denzel to look up to, something like that. Someone who, is a master of their craft and really performs at this high level that they want to attain, and that they want to, or that they wanted to attain and wanted to emulate and wanted to achieve that. I don't feel like I have that, but I don't know and I do feel like it's hindered me, but I don't feel like it's necessarily stopped me from being willing to try things, but it's always with the limit. It's always with the limit. And what ends up happening is I'll have ideas and I won't execute on them. And then I have to watch someone else execute that idea. And that's not to say that they've stolen my idea at all, because I ain't doing anything with it. But, they were willing to step outside of themselves and take that risk and risk failing and all of that. While I'm still, over here still thinking about it, still trying to make sure I'm doing it right and still trying to make sure that I'm doing the right thing. Or, you do decide to execute something and someone else executes it too. And maybe they do it better than you or they do it different than you. And it's not even a thing of, well, they saw you do it and so now they're doing it too, because they may have been thinking about this, for a year and then finally decided to launch. Or maybe maybe they did see you do it and say, you know what, I'm going to do mine too. But it's just a thing of, I guess, being willing to not get it right and being willing to go back to the drawing board with it, which is kind of where I am, thinking about merch, thinking about like packaging and stuff with my boxes and different things that I do. Like that's actually been really heavily in my mind, because it's like on one side I have in my ear, sustainability and not wanting to, be wasteful and use a lot of products that can't be recycled and stuff like that. But then on the other side, it's like, but I want my stuff to look cute and I want it to be an experience when people unbox. And I don't feel like I have that right now. Like I do put care and everything into the packing and the packaging, but at the same time, this is still a business, and I'm still kind of coming to terms with that when it comes to certain things that I want to do. This is still a business, and just because it's very cute, like I was looking at like custom boxes and all of that, specially printed and specialty stickers and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. This is before I had my silhouette. This was like when I was first gonna do, which box did I do first? Did I do the Sugar Valley box was first? Was the Sugar Valley box first? I think the Sugar Valley box was first. I can't remember. I believe the Sugar Valley box was first. But I remember when I was first going to do that, I looked into like the customized boxes and all of that. And it looks really, really good. Like it looks great. But it is so expensive. And you have to think, oh, like, okay, I have the expense of this packaging that is going to very likely get thrown away. And this is just the box. I haven't shipped it. I haven't put any type of, protective packaging materials. I haven't put any type of like actual individual packaging, wrapping things in tissue paper or anything like that. I haven't done any of that, but I've already paid $4 or $5 a piece for just the box. And then, okay, now I have to put things inside this box that are actually of some value. And that's been a thing that's been really important to me too when it comes to these boxes. I want the things in the box to actually be valuable. Like I don't want it to be fluff. And that's not like, can I be clear enough that I'm only talking about me? I'm only talking about what has gone into my boxes. I don't want it to be stuff that's just in there, stuff that adds no real value. And that's why, like with the Love Sisters, like, you've got stickers that I drew myself that you can use, on your planner, or you can put them on your laptop or whatever. You have the mug that's usable. You have the wax melts that's usable. You have the bookmark that's usable. And not only is the stuff usable, but it's stuff that I either made or customized with my own hands, and stuff that I actually put a lot of work into and put a lot of time into. And so you have to think about that element too. The time that you're putting into this that you're not able to devote to something else. And then you have to think about that because you have to ship it. And so you have all of these elements that go into it. And then you have to charge someone for it. And you have to think about the fact that, people are struggling right now. And you want the price to be fair, and you want it to be accessible. And it's just a lot that goes into this business aspect of having a brand and running a business that has nothing to do with the books. You know, this is where this started for me, right? I'm an author, and that's, you know, that's what I desire to be. But there's all these other things that go into that. It's like, if I want to be not just an author, a creator, like I want to have a creative brand, I want to do more, and I want to expand, and I want to touch all these different areas, and I want to touch all these different elements. It's a lot that goes into it, and it's a lot to think about. And you just got to put the work in. I guess you got to make it happen. So I think, excuse the cleaning products and stuff, it's a mess in here, but I think that adding the red, I think that adding the red was a nice complement to the blue. It won't come into focus right now, it's focusing on my face, but I think the red was a nice complement to the blue. When it was just the blue and silver, it was looking really monochromatic, and I didn't like that. So okay, I think now we're getting a little more focused. But yeah, I am mostly done in here. I'm gonna do some little decorating on the table, on this glass table in here, and a little bit of decorating in the kitchen. And then I also need to do the decorations for outside, the swags, the wreath, and I think I'm gonna do a little bit in my bushes, maybe. We'll see.
Can you decorate the evergreen too?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. My evergreen. All right, we have an arborvitae and a boxwood outside that we're gonna see. We might see what's happening with that. But anyway, I think I am done vlogging for the day, so that I can get this one edited, and it won't be close to midnight before I get my Vlogmas day 2 up. But yeah, I think we're good. Bye.